You know, in expanding the procedure of disclosure and early offer, or there are many other names for it, one of the stumbling blocks that stands in the way is the National Practitioner Databank. If someone dies or is injured by a medical error and nothing is paid out for whatever reason, nothing happens. There's no report anywhere. But if there is a lawsuit or a written demand for money, and some money is paid out, even just $1, then according to the law, the licensed practitioner involved, it could be a physician or it could be a nurse practitioner, has to be reported to the National Practitioner Databank. And that is reported as a sort of a narrative summary of what happened, how much money was paid out, etc.
I think what's happened is our paradigm around safety has changed, and we've started to take a much more systems-based approach to error, saying that people are going to make mistakes. That doesn't line up with how the Practitioner Databank, National Practitioner Databank, handles these cases. I think you're going to see more and more people asking this to be revisited as an issue as to how do we track the problem physicians, or the ones who are intentionally violating the rules, and separating out those from those who made an honest or innocent mistake.
If a doctor makes a mistake and runs away and hides, throw the book at them, sue their butt off, report them to the data bank, hang them out to dry. I mean, we don't want to encourage that behavior. But if we've got a doctor who's trying to do the right thing, who is an otherwise good clinician, who was not intentionally trying to do wrong, and does not have a track record of doing wrong, why do we want to discourage that person by saying, you need to take your medicine? I mean, when people say that, I don't think they're living in the real world. They don't understand what these guys and gals go through every day trying to do the right thing, and how awful they feel when it doesn't go right. Trust me, most of these doctors and nurses have beaten themselves up worse than any lawyer or regulator could ever hope to do. Why do we need to add to that misery, and why do we need to do something that might make it that much harder for a person to try to do right when something goes wrong?
The unfortunate reality is that we live in a culture that is not based on the principles of just culture, right? What we have said, and it's not just the physician, it's the nurses who get reported to the licensing board, it's other providers. We can't control all that happens outside of our organization in that regard. We will help defend you. We will step up and speak on your behalf. And I don't know that we've ever done this, but in the example you gave of the National Practitioner Databank, yes, of course we have to report it. But should you ever pursue another position, we'll be very happy to tell the people you're looking for the position, the situation and the context in which that report occurred. I can't change the entire American justice system. I can change it within our organization.
It's nice to have a clean bill of health, that if someone looks at the data bank, they're going to find nothing. The practice of deny and defend, given how hard it is to get an attorney to actually sue, results in very few people being reported because very few people get paid anything. It's including the many people who have legitimate losses and should have been compensated. Once you start doing the right thing, compensating everyone who deserves it, the amount that they deserve, it would involve, unless the law is changed, more reports to the data bank. These things are almost always honest mistakes. People should take their fair lumps and move on. The people who we dealt with at the VA for the 16 years that I was doing this, almost everybody who was involved was reported to the data bank. The way we dealt with that is at the very beginning, when we started to look into cases, we would talk to the practitioners involved and explain to them what would happen. They might be reported to the data bank, and this is what it meant, and they would be allowed to accompany that with a narrative. It never really became an issue, except one that we just had to talk about and make sure that everyone understood.